you like rotate to more so than anything.
But do you guys like Magnus as a 3? I've always heard it's just like, why not put him as 4 and get a better hero?
Tends to play him very like in a unique way. He'll go like Greaves and stuff almost.
He used to do HOD. He would buff his creep. And
definitely not going to do that this game. I have.
Hopefully not versus a Lifestealer after what we just saw.
Please don't.
Well, they're using all their time here. 10 seconds left. First game of TI for both teams here. Pretty important. You never know. This could just be the tempo. You could just go on a 6-0 roll today or a 0-6 roll, depending on how you start. And it is the DK.
I mean, I don't mind the DK pick.
I actually like FNATIC's draft more because I think I like the DK because I want a stun and I want somebody that can frontline. Like, you needed some beef. And DK, you get the natural armor. No one can really buy break on EG. And you now have this ability to just push. Like, it's Jug, DK, Mag. Like, this is just a basic combination that's been successful throughout the years. And you got a CM aura too, so you can spam Breathe Fire to farm. It's just a really nice finish. Provides setup for DJ. I actually lean FNATIC here. I feel like EG's lineup is far too single target. Their team fight's lacking as well.
How's the DK Ember lane matchup?
It's a trade. I actually think it might be DK favored in certain.
I'm trying to check what's DK Breathe Fire damage. Okay, so it does break Flame Guard.
At level 1.
Yeah, level 1.
It's more that you actually just like hit Ember and you're not as reliant on bottle.
Okay.
You also have I think slightly more base damage, and you obviously have more regen.
Their base damage is definitely the exact same. Ember actually has higher, I believe.
You're correct. I was testing you.
Yeah, there you go. DK has pretty low base damage, doesn't he?
That is reasonable.
I always like to trim myself up on these stats. 53 on DK and Ember.
I usually just click and then type it in.
There we go, found him. He has 57, so pretty close, but the Breathe Fire obviously mitigates that a lot. I think as a Lifestealer, it makes it really hard to play Dota against heroes like DK. Like, he stuns you, like you said, and then he said they have like a lot of follow-up damage if they actually manage to lock down the Lifestealer.
I'll be honest, guys. For a first draft of TI, I'm not a huge fan of EG's lineup, and I'm not saying that they're going to lose for sure. This is probably still going to be 50-50, even if I give FNATIC that drafting edge. But when you compare the look of this lineup to what PSG LGD had in those 2 games, right? It just looks like the LGD side just had a layer or 2 more of complexity that sort of just gave their draft more, what's the word, like just more depth.
Yeah.
EG is just like, what's like their core game plan here, right? Oh, Arteezy will farm.
We'll buff him. Try to outplay him, right? The normal EG, it seems to be, we just want to outplay you.
I will say from a carry player's perspective, I think Arteezy's lane is going to be way better than Jabs'.
Yes.
And I feel like the other games we saw, that was a pretty decent indicator of like the pace of the mid game and who ends up pulling ahead. So, despite the fact that I kind of like FNATIC's game plan, I have to believe EG's the same team they've always been, where they predicate themselves on like snowballing the lanes, and I think they can quite easily do that this game, or quite possibly do that.
We see the same Ogre build we saw in the first game, just the Stout, Orb of Venom, 1 set of Tangos. We do see a smoke. We don't see many smokes anymore out of the base. They want to get something down. They have Dubu with a ward. Obviously, they have the lockdown if they need. Dark Willow as a sentry. Doesn't look like they'll find anyone. Well, Arteezy is chilling here. Has a ward of his own. Maybe we'll just run out for now.
So it looks like Ogres are just going Stout Shield Orb of Venom.
That's the build.
Yep, makes sense. You don't need mana if you're just spamming
and Bloodlust.
Yeah, like, and you also don't need health regen because you have 5.7 health regen.
Pretty damn good.
That's a decent amount for sure.
Damn. I didn't realize it was that high. That is insane.
Yeah, it's like next level high.
This just doesn't look right though. Like, look at the 3 heroes in the bottom room for EG. Like, they're all the same.
Like stunning.
Just stun
like single target stunning.
Yep. I was gonna say they're all single target disables, but they don't really have anything on FNATIC that like punishes that though, do they? Like, they don't have some illusion multi-target type hero.
I feel like the innate survivability of the draft and the Willow ult, like that to me is enough to.
So the fact that they have like AoE combo team fight with the Mag
and they just
Willow.
tank through. You're not going to be able to just immediately execute a kill as EG. You're gonna have to. It'll take time.
Okay, I can see what you're going with.
Oh, I guess we'll see how this first level, middle one looks like. Sumail wins the block battle here.
As he often
Breathe
does.
Fire. Last hit. I love just watching middle. Nothing more soothing than just watching people last hit.
Hey, this is Sumail versus Abed as well. I mean, you ask for a matchup.
Yep. And this was, I mean, this was one of the biggest matchups in NA for a while when he was on Digital Chaos. And it does look like there's a full tri-lane coming up top, though. We got Ice Ice's DJ as well as Dubin. It looks like they're doing some crazy stuff, pulling the creeps away. Fly. He's going to try to take him. Will he make it? Looks like it.
Maybe this is the approach to Ogre. Just like let your carry get solo farm for a bit. Give him like a little bit of levels underneath his own tower. Now the lane's going to kind of start pushing out. Usually it does this on like the second or third wave. Now you TP a support bottom and look to pull. And that's exactly what they're doing. So, cool. I can see the idea behind it, because you're not going to beat the Ogre, I feel like. Like, you're just never killing this guy. As Kyle said, even when you do kill the guy, you're just expending so much resources that, like, he just comes back.
Remember, like, it's like an offlane Abaddon from, like, a year ago, but, like, way better in lane with a stun.
Yeah.
And you can't deny yourself, but... Okay, well, it's not really the same.
You're giving. It's the same, except for 9
it's just
differences.
completely different.
Dude, what is... We've got some creeps just running all over the map. Dubu's taking these the long way. Arteezy is trying to pull them to connect them again.
It's
but
called the scenic route, I believe.
Taking a... You guys hikers or no?
Yes, I am.
Of course you are.
Well,
that's such a BSJ.
Dude, I love hiking.
Dude,
I'm with you.
I'm a
my mom loves
splunker.
hiking, Mom.
A splunker? You've never been splunking once in your life.
No, I haven't. That was a BSJ voice.
Oh, okay.
He's tell me you haven't explored a cave, BSJ.
I have not explored a cave.
He's lying.
I'm lying.
You know what? I lied. I bet you played golf.
I do.
I play golf.
Yep, I do play golf.
Your
Not
country
very
club?
well, but I play golf. You know, it define play. You know, it's like, do you
It does
play
make sense.
Dota? You know.
Yeah, you seem like you'd probably do better in a sport with tiny balls.
So why did Sumail just leave the regen down here? Does he assume like... Why did he leave it down there? Because he walked down there. Is he just going to go pick it up after he
The
pushes
lane
this?
bottom is
There
like
you go.
kind of controlled by crit, right? Like you see how he's
And-
zoning the Willow for the most part, and he's kind of like a barrier that he knows that the DK's not going to walk for it, and he can use up more resources before he gets.
Emergency, Grant. You got to change the order the last 6 denies.
Yo,
Oh my God.
there we go. There we go.
I looked at it and I just...
You couldn't do it. Wonder what happened. Someone must have touched my computer. You know, I'm usually perfect with the observing, so obviously someone else made a mistake somewhere here, but, you know, I won't call anyone out now. It was Kyle. He set me up just to call me out. He's like, I'm going to get this dumbass.
I'm going to bring attention to it since he hasn't noticed.
Oh, my goodness. And now, after that, well, they get crit down bottom. Looks like we just throw it down. You get the stun and the bramble.
I was going to say, this Jug pick is nice in the sense that at least you have kill potential. Like, you were talking about why we don't want to kill the Ogre, but at least you don't expend too much, right?
Yeah.
And, of course, they get the support there, but the point is, you can't ever trade against Ogre. You need kill lanes to beat him in a 2v2.
Yep. And even then, you're like, look at this. Doesn't have spin yet. Down for 4 seconds, and he has 8 stick charges. He should be fine.
Well, he's getting run at. I don't believe. Oh, and there's the healing
I
ward.
feel like he could have like ran the other direction, like just left.
Did Dubu block
I
him?
think Dubu.
might have.
And he pathed, right?
I think the pathing.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that's what happened actually. 100%.
That's a rough one because you get crit first blooded, but then all of a sudden you just lost your carry when you probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So just to
that's-
clarify, because I know there's a lot of new viewers, a lot of noobs in chat.
Hello.
But what we're saying is, so Dubu TP'd, but like was blocking the.
He was right clicking somewhere to the left of where Dubu
Yeah,
TP'd.
exactly. So if Dubu's standing like, Dubu's like right. I think like, you get it.
And then he's like doing some sort of like over here
Yeah.
figure eighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way pathing in Dota works, like he still tries
It's
to
rough.
take you to that location, but you
It's
can't.
blocked
So it
in
finds
the
an
direction
alternate
you're trying
route.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's good about that? Phase boots.
Oh.
Another good use for that great
You know
item.
what else is good? Binding a direct movement key in your options. It allows you to move in a direction regardless if the path is
But
blocked.
even then, like, if you're in the moment right there, you're not going to realize you're getting blocked by a support who just TP'd in. Because the problem is it went from not being blocked to blocked. You know what I mean?
It's true. Maybe you should just play with more Legos.
Ooh, I'll bet is he going to get both the range creep denies? He does.
Oh, value stun.
That
He's
is-
just 1-1-3ing it up with double bracer. I like it.
This is how you play against the Ember. This is why you're favored, because you just tank the damage, and as you just saw, you just stun for denies
This
and
is like a
last hit.
timber saw type playing of the lane. Okay.
You're just chilling.
But Ember just can't get denies, especially with the double bracer build. Like, he's 1,300 health.
belt of strength. Too.
Yeah. This is great, and I feel like this is ideal for FNATIC. You're going to be able to control the tempo of this game. Another issue with EG's lineup, where's the tower damage? They've absolutely none. They're effectively, to your point, Grant, you know, they came into the game saying, we're better, we're going to be better, and will win the game.
I just want to point out that a really cool move by Abed here is he flying out a salve when he's full health with regen. I'm pretty sure his plan is to like tank the tower. Yeah, that's a really cool little.
You got the siege unit.
Yeah, like I think this is something I wouldn't have expected him to do.
Definitely not something you would have done.
Yes, yes. This requires like 2 or 3 steps ahead.
We'll see. Looks like they're going to fight for this 6-minute rune, actually. Sunil goes for it. There will be a stun. They're going to move on forward. Dubu looks to fall here and will go down. Is a rune picked up bottom? It's actually DJ will scoop up an invis rune. See if they want to get something. Abed.
Oh, I like this. He's going to try and defend his catapult.
Yep. See if he can. Looks like he can for now, at least.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's a play. You don't want Sumail to just use that flame guard to get next wave.
And they're going to bring even more to defend this. They just want to push this tower. They know what they want. Bottom lane. It is an invis on DJ still. S4. It's a tough kill, especially since he will be level 5.
He's not level 6 yet on Jug either.
Not there's going to be the stun. Jab's not going to be level 6. Will they just run at him? There's going to be the stun. Will he spin, try to get this kill? He's just going to run around. He is spinning, but I'm pretty sure he just loses right click bell. There's going to be 2 TPs coming in. There's a healing ward as well, just juking around. They're going to move forward. Jab's in a little bit of trouble. They do lose the vision, though. Wave of Terror is actually going to miss. There we go. The Fly will find him, and they get a kill.
He aggroed the tower right before he spun. So
he tanked like 6 tower hits. But look at this middle lane, Abed. He protected his siege unit, as you talked about, Kyle. Now he might just get a tower.
The idea of the siege unit protecting is so much pressure being created in the minute that EG responds somewhere else like they did. So even though they died bottom on Jug, like it's the ideal like way of doing this is to not die on Jug, but you're trying to force EG elsewhere so that you can do exactly what's happening mid. The tower is going to maybe get denied, maybe not. Nope, it goes down to the catapult.
Oh, will they look for a kill here? There's going to be a wave of terror coming out, but guess what?
That's 4
Shadow
heroes.
TP.
That's 4 heroes, and they just walk away. So that's really, like, despite the death on Jug, I think that was really well played by FNATIC, just because the idea is by keeping that catapult alive, it's like this looming threat. Like, as long as it's alive...
Metal's pressure.
Yes, exactly. And
it's still alive, my friend. It's going for tier 2. It wants blood. It wants more.
Okay, I don't know about that at 7.5, but I like the enthusiasm, Grant.
Thanks. I love me some siege.
I think this is something we're going to see the entire tournament. Just playing around these catapults early game. Finally objective.
Ooh, Root will end up hitting on Fly. There will be a Bramble. Look at that. The breathe fire from the low ground. It's level 2. Gonna get the stun up, and now this will be a kill.
That was sick. They're playing real nice right now.
Treads Vlad's on Mag.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm like mixed feelings. Like, you know, most strength heroes nowadays just go phase boots, and usually Mag goes like either phase or mana boots. But the fact is, he's more of like a lane player, and Treads are probably the best boots for Mag. And then you have armor problems, and he's going Vlad. So.
Yep. It's just also more damage amp. It ensures it's just like that jack of all trades item.
Yeah, I mean, they nerfed Empower a long time ago to make it 10% less damage. So now you just buy Vlad's.
There you go.
It's that easy.
So do you guys like just FNATIC moving around the map kind of as this 4 or 5?
Yeah. See, compare top, look tower dead, look bottom.
Let's look.
There's a significant difference in the way these teams push towers.
Surprisingly, he is doing, dude, level, oh yeah, okay, he's only doing level 2 Bloodlust. Saw max last time, but yeah, they're not
they don't even need to defend it. It's just
defending itself. It's like, I got this.
Yeah. I'm surprised that no one's coming down here though. Like, there's heroes in the area. FNATIC's at the shrine. Are they gonna live?
S4 has a soaring, by the way. Like, he's not going for the Midas. He had like 1,200 gold saved up and went for the Blade of Attack plus soaring. So he's like fully invested in not getting this early Midas.
Oh, jeez. I thought Ice might try and get aggressive there.
We'll just see him right-click each other. Teasy not too scared yet, as you said, though. Could just get ulted by Mag, right-click down.
Generally speaking, the Lifestealer matchup for Lifestealer Jug is Lifestealer favored for like the first 20 minutes, and then once they both get like 3 items, Jug benefits more from the items. So,
is there ever an item build Lifestealer can go to not do that, or just all the builds pretty much get countered?
From what I understand, like by playing it out, it's mainly just the base attack time is the problem. Like, they're both heavy right clickers, and Jug has 1.4 while Lifestealer is 1.85. So,
and he's an agility hero,
yeah,
so eventually
he naturally just gets more attack speed without having build attack speed.
Oh my goodness, there's gonna be the multicast into the death. Phase boots, Soul Ring, plus that Wave of Terror. This S4 does a lot of damage.
A problem.
Dude, he's a lot scarier than, I mean, Chalice won that game, but like this Ogre, he's already
playing
ready.
it like a core. Like the Chalice one was more of a 4-position Ogre from
like the secret style, as you said,
So far, so good, I'd say, for FNATIC, but EG's still with the lead. I think it's kind of, it's really the offlaner disparity. That's where the net worth lead is.
Here's watching. Right-click battle going on. There's going to be open wounds.
And he can't ult because he'll just go over and infest.
Honestly, I like the way Arteezy's playing this, though. He's forcing this to happen. What's happening
Is
right
he
now?
dead?
Yes.
Is he just
That's
dead?
all because Arteezy just spent the last, like, 3 minutes running a jug every time he went up to him. That was, like, building up over the course of 3 minutes, which is really cool.
Played. A lot of that, though, if you check out the ward on their own shrine, that's what's allowed Arteezy to play this way because he knows where Ice has been, farming jungle instead of threatening an RP top.
So anytime he moves this way, I'm backing up. Anytime he's not, I'm hitting you.
Yep. I was discussing this with Gunnar, because Gunnar has some like pretty crazy moves that he makes where he just randomly runs into a group of 4 heroes, and he's like, if I see heroes and I think I can run into them, I do it. It's like, it's the same thing when you're farming. One of the highest skilled things to do as a player is knowing that you're allowed to just run at a guy. Yeah. Based on the information you have, the information he has.
It's always, it's the funniest thing. It's probably the easiest way to identify bad players in like pro matches. Like I remember games like in some, NA qualifier against like Leviathan or something.
Yeah, some
I'd like TP like bottom, tier 2. I'm like a 5-position Jakiro, right? Oh. And they just back. Yeah. And I'm like, because I'm casting spells at the wave and they're afraid of me. And you got to be willing to, push the envelope. Yeah, you got to play with risk.
Am I right? Like,
you gain information by taking risks. If you just continuously play passive, you just give the enemy team space.
Okay, we are smoked up on EG. Probably looking to rotate to this Ogre. Kind of like you talked about this Ogre's a problem. He's constantly pushing in the lane, and he's electing to go Midas after these like early game power items, and this enables his team to play around him like this.
Look at that. The catapult's still alive.
Bloodlusted.
Let's make a move around.
Oh, bloodlusted catapult.
Lift the creep wave. They're making this move. This Willow's getting dope.
They might be making an alternate rotation on Arteezy, but he's just going to back off because he knows his team's about to show. Really good play by Arteezy.
Yep. Here we go. DJ still in their wave of terror misses, but they find him now. The sleight of fist is there. They're going to move over. There is going to be a terrorize, it looks like. Who's going to be on? Nope. Cancels it out.
That was so well played.
There's going to be a stun. It looks like Fly will go down here. A lot of TPs. 3 of them.
That was actually perfect. You could see, so like they make this smoke move. It goes a little too long. The window to make the play has closed, so they bait it and immediately back. Like that's exactly how you have to play that scenario as EG. They force the rotate back bottom. Really cool.
Okay, this DK has the blink dagger if he wants to go. He's not buying it yet. He buys it. Is this like, what do you do with this now? You just smoke up, get a kill, or do you just run around with +1?
You just make some plays. Get a couple kills. Look to do Roche around that 18-minute mark or so.
I think your primary plays around Jug. Like anytime Jug has Omni, you just need to play on the same side of the map as him. So what Lifestealer was doing earlier isn't like possible anymore.
I think a key point here is that the FNATIC lineup, specifically their 1 and 2, are very level dependent. You want 12 on Jug and 12 on Abed before you do anything crazy.
To
really
fair,
on what?
The Jug level 12 is not nearly as good as it used to be.
Why is that?
It used to be that when it was flat Omni / damage, it went from 3 to 6, so 12 was literally twice.
Oh, well, it's literally just 0.25.
Yeah, it's like virtually. It's funny that you said it because like I was literally like, oh, I'm level 12 on Jug, I'm strong now.
Let's go.
And then I looked at this and I was like,
wait, I get 1 extra. All right.
It's still like nice damage output, but it's like it used to be that like level 12 was
like plus 600, not plus 150.
Yeah, exactly. So it is still a ton of damage with the Empower, but you just want to play around Jug in the sense that you want this map pressure of the 2 heroes, the carries, farming. You want one of them to be pressured.
Looks like some sort of gang going on middle. They will get bowled down.
This Willow TP is actually invincible this game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like there's no way to stop it.
Lift someone else into it.
Yeah, okay.
That's about it.
Or lift a creep, okay. Does that mean you don't level your lift so that you can do it sooner?
Ooh.
Think about it.
I'll think. And I'll disagree. Okay.
I will.
No, yeah. So what's Rubik looking at this game? Is he just Steel Breathe Fire? I'm going to farm creeps. Is there like any just like a Crystal Maiden ulti or something in a team fight he wants?
I think it's the RP primarily.
RP.
Yeah. Especially against Mag Jug. Like it's just a game changer.
There we go. Sorry, net worth. Look at that. We are pretty much dead even here. Experienced a little bit in favor of FNATIC by about 600-700.
This
so
Willow
very
is
even.
unkillable, actually, if you really think about it. They have to get the Rubik lift on the Willow, and then...
Here's the Yules. Oh, there's the Yules now. Will be a Bramble on the ground. Little skewer. Uh-oh. There's going to be a swap, though. Will it save Smail? No, because the ulti comes out. And
sick.
Ice.
That was sick play.
DJ?
DJ.
Come on.
The nerf on Side of Fist is a huge deal in the Willow Ember matchup now. Because if you Yules him into the Bramble, he actually just can't do anything.
And you can't, I do not believe you can cast. Like, even if you have a Remnant up, you can't get out, can you?
You can cast the Remnant, but you can't go to the Remnant.
No, but I mean, if you have one up already and you get Yules and Bramble underneath.
No, I don't think you can.
Because there's a couple. There's
I know what you're
sometimes
saying.
you can, but
I don't think you can, but I'm not 100%.
I don't think so either. No, I'm thinking blink. You can blink out of it before you get brambled. You can't remnant out before bramble.
Well, we have a lot of dire heroes moving this way, but Ice, he's going to try to make it out, but it looks like he might just be left to the wolves here, and yep, will be. S4 hits him with the multicast. Crit
Is
takes
Jug
the kill.
empowered?
No, he's still
not.
skewer.
Okay. I'm saying, like, it's
gotcha.
like,
If
while
you
Ice
do
is
your
dead,
job.
if
That's
you're empowering
what
me,
matters. As long as you can die, but make sure I'm buffed.
Yeah. I was playing with Cap on Crystal Maiden, and he died. I think it was Cap, and he died, and I was like, I need you to buy back for the mana regen, buddy.
Did he?
No.
Well,
Bad teammate.
Yeah.
I would say anyone not listening to BSJ.
If you don't understand why I need that mana regen, then like
You probably don't get Dota.
you don't know why you're playing Crystal Maiden, basically.
Smokes up.
Let's see.
It's a big fight.
We have, it looks like just no Magnus ulti, no Jug ulti as well, so the only two down. We'll see if EG wants to commit up down. Oh, get to go uphill, get to find one, there will be a spin. Has to just run away. There's a swap available. Uh-oh, there's going to be the Yule. Arteezy's actually going to run into it. There's going to be a feared hits onto two of them in the back. There's an ulti from the Crystal Main. Sumail gets blown up. Arteezy, he ran in there. Now he's going to get right-clicked. Has the armlet, though. Yeah.
That was a
They're
sick play
looking.
by the Willow, too, to fear the people in the back rather than the target.
But don't you guys remember the song?
Which one?
What's the song?
If I were an Oscar, what? What?
No,
Oscar Mayer.
Don't walk up the high ground with no vision.
Oh, yeah.
And then you repeat
classic.
that for 10 hours or so?
And they walked up
The
the high ground.
classic blunder.
It is.
Grant.
And look at this. There's going to be a Roche contained, but look at this. I bet he's ready. They're going to look for Fly. Fly might just go down. There's going to be an ulti actually coming out from the Juggernaut. Kills the illusion, and now they're going to turn around. Crit.
He baited the
Back
RP,
down.
so it couldn't be stolen.
And now look at that. Ogre Magi. Guess what? You're just down. And FNATIC, they are looking good. And as you said, they're just going into Roche. They've already taken a little bit of it.
And where's EG's team fight? That's the concern. But I want to reiterate, like, he canceled the RP twice. Crit, like, you have to get the steal off right away.
Or
because
else he'll
most
just
men,
cast some powers.
Exactly. Like, he's experienced enough to cover, so he just gets juked. And that's all Ice has to do here. It's better that he doesn't use RP if it means Rubik would steal.
Let's see what happens here. They're actually going to try to move. There's going to be a lot of damage going to the Magnus. Sumail actually misses his remnant, but Arteezy will still pick up the kill. And as you said, unkillable when he just TPs out like that. And Sumail, he's going to move forward. He has a double damage. He says, Dubu, I'm sorry, my friend. You baited me uphill once. You're gonna die for that.
Yeah, there's no Omni Slash, no DK ultimate. Like, you're just not afraid of anything right now. And it's really important that they punish these long cooldowns. And he has to go BKB on Ember. I think this is correct, but in these like previous matchups, like the reason why Ember used to be first rounded is you didn't die to Willow, Yule's, Bramble, like these heroes that just root you like that. You didn't die to that previously, but now you're actually killable. He's died twice now due to that nerf, which is a pretty drastic nerf when you think about it that way. Jug has the SNY, and I don't know, what does he go? Does he go for the Maelstrom? Does he go for just stat items like Scotty Butterfly?
Why do Jugs not just go Maelstrom first anymore?
Most Jugs tend to go, but you have the mag, so it's like...
So you just want stats maybe, or damage?
Yeah, generally stats are the best with mag. Just every stat is 40% better for your damage. But, I don't know, we'll see. Like, he doesn't have to build any items. Yeah, he's just going Scotty. The way I look at this game is you don't need an item. So kind of just go what feels good. Make me tankier, make me move faster.
I love Scotty against melee cores as well, and you're playing against 3 of them. It's just, there's no reason not to do it. You're also playing against Lifestealer, so Arteezy will have a really hard time going head-to-head. And in addition, just to kind of break this game down a bit, it's quite even. We're about to hit 20 minutes, 8-8, gold experience near dead heat. EG, low cooldowns, you got to abuse that. Find windows where FNATIC's ults are on cooldown, like they did around that mid-tower. If you're FNATIC, you want to find this next opportunity to force a team fight, execute, and immediately move into the Roche pit.
There will be bounty runes. Looks like FNATIC, they're going to pick up 4 bounty runes here. That's a lot of gold. All of a sudden, it went from a less than 1,000 gold lead for EG to 2K lead for FNATIC. Thanks,
not
runes.
Even anymore.
So my question is, would you rather be an empowered Jug or a bloodlusted Lifestealer in this game?
Well, would you rather have fingers as long as your toes or toes as long as your fingers?
I'd rather have toes as long as my fingers.
Yeah.
I could climb.
How would
some
you wear
serious
shoes?
trees. I mean, I'd custom make them, dude. I'd obviously have some unique skill, be on like a show
Crocs.
in Vegas, you know. I'd be on like a show in Vegas as like one of those like crazy climb people or something, and then I'd have enough money to get custom made shoes. Think about it.
I'll think.
But if I have like stubby fingers, then what am I gonna do with that?
It's true.
But to answer my own question, because you didn't answer it, I'd rather be the jug here because you have
Okay.
like all this AOE team fight counter.
Thank you. We have some sort of possible fight going on right here. Whoa, Abed goes uphill immediately. Ice is down there. He is pretty damn tanky. Fly will get the swap out. Crit's gonna get saved. Venge. Well, he's just going to try to back out. There's going to be a two-man. They get the Empower. Sumail's here. The ulti isn't hitting from Crystal Main. Actually, Crits feels it. It's hitting above, but it won't matter. Arteezy already goes down. S4 gets brought down as well. What a fight for FNATIC. Will they get one more? They sure as hell will. It's going to be a 4-for-0 with an Ogre buyback in. From this game's even to a 2K to a 4K lead, and
That's
FNATIC.
They're just playing perfect. EG, you don't have initiation. FNATIC, they just go. And there's no way you're going to be able to team fight them as EG unless you get an RP steal. There's no other way.
This feels a little bit scary, right? You're not taking it the quickest. Maybe you're taking it quick enough.
They have sustain with the Vlads, and DK is like super tank, so you're not taking any damage. Usually these go badly when the
you're
opponent
half
contests
HP.
and you're half. Yeah.
They will need to try and zone out EG, though, who are just beelining forward. But it's only Ember that can really enter the pit
And he's
from
not
afar.
alive yet. So it looks like they will just get a free Roshan here. Dude, Abed playing so well this
he
game.
is.
Ice as well, another two-man, no blink, right? Just skewer into an RP.
And I'm glad to see it, because if Abed has any flaws as a player, I've always felt like... I mean, he didn't necessarily underperform at LANs, but it feels like those typical Tier 1, like the S-tier mids, like the Miracles, the Sumails, like they had an extra level on LAN.
Yeah.
And it never felt like Abed would like hit that, but so far, I'd argue he's played flawlessly.
No. Going for a pretty standard build, blink, BKB into an Assault Kyrus. And now this is when you want EG to make a move, right? None of the cooldowns are up, but the problem is
Roche.
where. Yeah.
And
Can't do anything.
Deso on Arteezy, not going for the Radiance anymore, but Deso against, you know, a DK of Lads, like you're going to have that canceled out by the AC.
Yeah. Oh, well, here we go. Wave of Terror will hit too. Abed is there. There is going to be a stun. Fly will get a swap out. Arteezy is going to try to fight now. He does get a lot of HP back. That will be a healing ward. Arteezy will bring it down. They get the mech off, and now look at it sustain, though. Arteezy is just going to go down. There's the second thing, a swap. It won't matter. There's going to be a fear on 4 of them. FNATIC is just running over EG right now. It's a beatdown. S4 gets a kill on the Jug, but guess what? I have an Aegis. I don't care. They're just going to pick up another, and oh my goodness. It's a beatdown.
I don't want to... I don't know, guys.
Oh, close.
FNATIC was a lot of teams, a lot of people's weakest, one of the weaker teams here, according to predictions. They are not looking that way. However, I'm really curious as to your guys' opinions on the EG draft. Like, is this FNATIC outplaying, or is this them having a window to do so? Like, do they have the easier time playing this game?
I don't know how else to say it other than like you pick this light. Like you have two hard carries that are buffed up by their team. You have like the Venge Ogre, you have the Mag CM, and I would just so much rather play Jug in this game because they have so much AoE counter initiation. Like, if you commit with Lifestealer onto a target, you have to be so scared of, if you don't rage instantly, you just get stunned by DK. If you do rage, you get RP'd. And then
Or
if you're
Scottied.
Oh yeah, or Scottied. And if you're Jug and they lift you and like try to kill you,
You've got
the rest of your team kills them.
Yeah.
And
And
so
they
it's like,
use all their stuns on you. There's none left.
Yeah, and then the DK is also like a source of damage with the Empower.
Yeah.
So it just feels so much easier to play FNATIC's draft. Like I said, like I could have seen EG snowballing the lanes, but they didn't do that. And like you said, they do have just point-click stuns on one hero. And team fights, you're just not going to win if you have that.
I also just think the EG lineup, it's sort of like 3 supports, whereas the meta feels a lot more like people running 4 cores.
yeah.
This is very much more just a, you know, Arteezy Sumail show.
Right now, the show is not online.
No. But I point to the draft, like, there's no team fight. It's similar to the previous series. We're like, all right, well, if this is a 5-on-5, all heroes have their spells up. We know who's going to win it. And Arteezy now on the retreat. Did he not have TP?
I
had
think
RT,
he was
they had
worried
their
about
mag,
Ice. We'll make it out, though. Just hops in, fly, and gets the hell out. 9K lead now for FNATIC. This Juggernaut, as you said, pretty much feels unkillable. So many stats, has status resistance, and going Butterfly next.
So a lot of the way carry matchups work is if one hero has to itemize to counter the other, and then the other hero can counter, just itemize to feel good, then the hero that itemizes to feel good wins, and they feel good. So what I'm saying is, Jug doesn't actually have to ever build items to deal with this Lifestealer that are like inconvenient for him. Well, Lifestealer has this Deso, right? Like, you're canceling that Deso out with your stat items, and you're tankier. This Lifestealer didn't actually benefit from the Deso for his own game.
Do you use that philosophy in real life as well, or just Dota?
So, like, how would you apply that to real life?
Buying items to make you feel good.
So, like, what kind of items make me feel good, though? I'm confused with
we got
a team fight.
We might have one. Abed, he just pops the BKB. They're going to turn it around. This is a level 3 dragon, by the way, the Frosty Boy himself. But
if anybody knows what Kyle's actually, like, hinting at right now, I have no clue what you're getting at. I'm like, is this an innuendo? Is this, like, you know, just a random BS question? I'll figure it out later, I'm sure.
He'll make you figure it out yourself.
Yeah,
I'll show you some links later.
Thank you.
Well, Dubu.
And now BSJ, by the way, he's thinking golf clubs.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking golf clubs right now.
So what do you do? If you are EG, you're down by 9k. I mean, all the cooldowns are pretty much up except for DK form.
You have single target burst. You just have to
find a pick off somewhere.
Yeah, like you have to start the fight 5v4, and if FNATIC plays it properly, they're just not gonna give that to you. But if you catch them with their pants down,
dude, I'm telling you, you want to predict games at home. If you put both teams, literally, if you look at drafts, you look at games once they hit this 20-minute mark. If assume both teams have all their spells and items off cooldown, and they ran at each other bot TI style.
But actually casted everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
If both teams cast all their spells, who wins? And FNATIC doesn't a landslide in this game. And it's such a, you have to outplay them to win if you're EG, and it's just so difficult, I feel, with this just utter lack of team fight.
Well, the only way I feel like you can win if that's not the case is if you're ahead. Like, meaning, like, you're able to force fights on your own terms. You can, like, poke and prod, like, you know, that kind of thing. And, like, if you don't snowball the lanes, like we kind of mentioned, then if you walk at each other and you're behind, you're going to take fights on the other team's terms, and then they're going to cast all their abilities, and they're going to win. So the only way you can make up for them being able to win by casting their abilities is by forcing fights where they can't, but that's not going to happen. And so he is queuing up the Basher on Jug. I wouldn't even mind if he goes Butterfly. Like, he had that queued up possibly as well.
I like the Basher.
Yeah,
I want him to have an item now, and also just more control. More importantly, more ability to go toe-to-toe with RTZ.
Yep. It's not a feels bad item on Jug. Like, you lock people down and gives you a little tankiness, a little damage.
Can we not use memes?
Sorry.
Why? What'd he say?
He said a feels bad man item instead of just a bad item.
Hey, I'm trying to relate to my audience, but I'll tone it down.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Do you
with the Solar Crest, this guy's just pretty much unkillable.
Yep, and they're just going to wait for the next Roche, right? Like, they can take things slow. They already took the top shrine. Once Jug gets Aegis, like, if they all end him on EG, maybe they could bring him down. But
yeah,
3k health.
I'm saying if he has Aegis, you're never killing him twice. So it's like a guaranteed success plan if you get this Aegis. But meanwhile, play the map control game. Do this like sweep motion from top to bottom where you're like anybody outside of this base. Like you're playing sheepdog to the sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. At least somebody does.
Corral him on in.
Yep.
And it just feels like EG, they're kind of just stuck in their own base right now.
I like this move by DJ. He's kind of just like playing with his food. He's like, if I have my whole team behind you, you have to be scared.
I thought he was a sheepdog. Well, now he's a wolf?
I mean, you literally changed your analogy like 7 times in the middle of a game, so I think I'm allowed to do it once, Kyle.
Just trying to keep you honest, BSJ.
Okay. I got grant approval.
Yep, the approval is there. And actually, most sheepdogs are descendants of wolves, so.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's what I was going for. Somebody understands me. It takes at least, like, pretty high IQ.
Yeah. I'm at least over 40.
Yeah, at least 40. That's usually the bare minimum.
Finally, look at this. They're trying to get some bounty runes here. Over on the other side, though, Fly didn't even pick up the rune, and he's just going to die. Stunned up, and Abed from the low ground.
So much damage.
Yeah, it is. A little just flying around you, killing everyone.
Yeah, it does. It does like 2,000 damage. If it hits you with every attack. That's a decent amount.
Arteezy on Arteezy, but
It's here. And you'll see they're just playing around it. They're clearing out the jungle, clearing out all the waves, and sticking around. Full pipe now on the mag as well.
And this is exactly how you want to play it. You're just going to camp this high ground now, and EG is going to be forced to smoke to try and defend this Roche, and you're going to find a stack of 5 enemy heroes.
Notice how they can never commit on this jug.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to sit at least the Willow or the mag behind him, and then you can't go on him.
Midas.
He made up with it. He made up with it.
He made up. You know, he got the good old triple cast.
Oh yeah, we totally. This is the first time we've seen Jabs play carry.
Yeah.
Like this whole year.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about it?
Looking good so far.
We're gonna know. He blinks forward. There will be a stun though. We'll get fade bolted, but guess what? There's the glimmer. He's just gonna throw out the ulti. It looks like on the backside there's a fight going as well. There's gonna be a kill on Sumail. There's gonna get the kill on Rubik. It looks like finally goes down. Elsewhere, it's Arteezy. Arteezy and Sumail tried to jump into the backlines and get kills, and I'm feeling this game might just be a little bit over.
It's mega over. What a debut for this new lineup from FNATIC.
That's a 5. That's a 5-0 there. Gonna buy back though. It's TI. Always. Yo, as long as you're in the game, you have a chance, Kyle.
Hey, you know.
Yes.
You know, something last year went down. You remember when there was that team that everyone thought was bad? They had their coach come in and replace a player.
No.
What happened to those guys?
I think they did pretty good, if I remember.
Huh.
Maybe they did the best, even.
Was it like top 5 they got?
Yeah, up there.
Yeah, they were top 5.
Okay, they were top 5.
There's a full Orchid now in the DK, and still in the stash, but already purchased it. And there goes Rax middle. Oh, they're gonna head top.
This is a very good performance from FNATIC, but
The draft.
I think EG is still very much a sleeping tiger. This is they're a bit rusty as they traditionally are early on in a tournament. We can expect them to learn from this one for certain.
First game of the day, you know.
Yeah. There's just too many variable or too many like what's it like tick marks like missing from the draft.
Yeah.
Like no tower push, no team fight, like minimal wave clear. It's just too much single target. It's just a very difficult game for them to win. Especially once FNATIC took that fight and got Roche.
Oh, they bait them going into Roche. They're just going to blink forward now. It will be Fly. Just the 5 position. Hasn't gone down quite yet. He's just chilling. Having a good old time. Will die finally. On the backside, though, they're going to look for one more. And guess what? They get it again. Ember is feared away. Does he go into the Bramble? No, he will pop his BKB now. Going to try to turn it around. The Ogre on the backside is tanking up a lot of damage. Gets bashed up by the Jug spinning. Sumail wants to at least get a kill on DJ. Can he? They finally get a kill. Arteezy, though, guess what? Going to be the next to fall there. Root will go down. They're going to try to kill the Crystal Maiden now. But even with just that Glimmer Cape, so tanky. Is he going to go back in? He is. Sumail, they want this kill. They're going to look. Crystal Main will finally go down. And crit and S4 on the back lines. They're staying here. No Blink Dagger on the Rubik. And guess what? They found you. They had the ward here scouting him out the whole time. Now they just go into Roche, and this should be an easy one.
When I think of Crits Rubik, I never want to see him with a mech.
Yeah,
like
he's a swaggy player.
He's a great, like, I think he's probably been he's definitely the most consistent player this year, arguably their best. And he's playing one of his signature heroes without the ability to truly play it to its max potential. It just doesn't feel good to be a Straits point early. What does it feel?
It feels bad, man. I believe is the scientific term.
You got the...
Rain Drex barely alive. They're just going to go push bottom. They still have a tier 2 they have to take, but an illusion rune on this Juggernaut makes it a little easier.
I like how Ice is playing this mag, though. He's just got Vlad's Solar Crest pipe. You know, he's just chilling.
He's like, I'll wait in the back.
He's not a team fight initiator. Yeah. We've got DK for that.
He didn't even use his ulti last fight.
So a lot of people ask, like, how do people know when to build what items? And it's all about asking yourself what your job in the game is.
Yeah.
Like, usually mag is considered like this initiating team fighter. It's like, you have DK for that. Why not? Who else on mag's team builds these aura items? Nobody. So that's your job in this game.
I feel like a good itemizing properly is like having a good conversation. You know, you don't really, you can sort of have an idea of where it's going to go, but you got to let it happen naturally.
Yeah, exactly. So is that why, you know, my ability to itemize properly and find a date go hand in hand?
Exactly.
Okay. So first, if I learn how to itemize properly in Dota.
That is honestly, dude, I love you to death, PSJ. Your itemization, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's funny because he'll lose, right? And then after the game, he'll be chilling with his stream. It's like, man, I really messed up here. I should have gone for this, this, and this. And then you know what he does next game?
Same thing.
Yeah,
Kyle's losing it.
FNATIC's going high
They're
ground.
going to try to. Will they be able to finish it? Fly almost goes down, but won't quite yet. There's going to be a sheep actually onto the Ember Spirit. DJ with that sheep stick. There will be a swap out to help, but they're just bringing everyone down. There goes the Ogre as well. Crit will just run away. Sumail, we actually see the G's do get called, and wow.
Yeah.
FNATIC, as you said, jabs on the carry. You got Dubu on this Crystal main. They never felt behind, right? It was pretty even for a lot of the game, but it never felt like, yo, FNATIC, you got to get back into this.
You know what it feels like? It feels like they've got a captain, boys. Like,
Yes.
that's the thing. I mean, Dubu, you could argue that